It was a wild ride on Wall Street this week. Let's check out some of the biggest movers. TripAdvisor up 20% this week. Anadarko Petroleum gaining 10%. General Mills up 7%, but it wasn't all rosy as Square fell 6% this week. So we thought it'd be a perfect time to play a little
Trade It or Fade It.
Good game on a
our
Friday.
favorite game. Guy's not here, so we don't have to explain the rules. Grasso, TripAdvisor's your first one, up 20% this week. Trade it or fade it?
Fade it. Too big of a move. And you look for these stocks that are high valuation. It's up 83% year to date. High valuation. Is it a Twilio? Is it an Etsy? Those are the names that can really take you out. I don't know if Trip has the guts to do that or the innards, the core strength to do it.
Are we worried about the consumer?
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on.
I thought the consumer was strong, though. You know,
well, they definitely had
employed.
accelerating deals on experiences, on restaurants,
Yeah.
even their hotel, even their core
Those
was okay.
millennial people
But I
really
think
like
the
that
spike
stuff.
higher was too much.
I'm more with Stephen on this. I think in this market, that spike higher, you have to fade it. Particularly, are you worried about earnings, you worry about valuation, but a move like this in this market, you fade.
I think these guys are actually pretty strong. No one's asked me this, but I would actually go with bookings if I had to pick one of the two.
Which
That's
one
a
would you
whole
go
other
with?
game.
That's like a would you
I
rather.
would rather trade bookings, but I'll trade
Self-game.
TripAdvisor. Thank you, Kermit the Frog.
I don't like that
The
self-gaming.
old price line.
You did it too.
No, it's bookings, the old price line.
Oh, okay,
Stay
it's
with
fine.
us, all right, people?
fine.
Come on. Listen, I actually think the most interesting story was the internet services name. You saw what happened to Yelp, Match this week, IAC. There were some stocks that just got absolute drubbing. This one looked like a short squeeze to me. I would not trade it. I would fade it.
Anadarko Petroleum up 9.5% this week. Trade it or fade it, Tim?
I think you ride this one higher. Again, a 30% move lower and a bounce back this week for as well of a run company in the E&P space in the U.S., which is now actually cash flow positive. I know people want to quickly throw oil out the window. This is actually an opportunity to pick these things up cheap.
Do you not worry at all about the slide that we've seen in oil, Grasso?
Yeah, I mean, I would worry about the slide. The slide is overdone too. You could see a pop in the price of oil, but I do think ultimately we're on a downtrend. There's so many issues that are moving the price of oil. But this stock in particular popped 13% off, as Tim said, off the low, but it's already given back half of its move.
I think you fade this one. I think crude is one of the worst charts in the entire.
What a surprise.
But it literally, technically, it really is. It got back to that uptrend that had been in place for a year. It broke through it in a meaningful way. When you look at a stock like Anadarko, it's going to round trip that entire move, probably back towards 46 before it bottoms out.
All right, General Mills, trade it or fade it, Beakers?
For me, this is a fade it, and I'll tell you why. We go back to the fact that this is a tactical market. You've had a run in General Mills up to the 200-day moving average. That's as good a place as any to start taking some profit here. So whether you like Lucky Charms or not, you fade this thing.
Love Lucky Charms, by the way. But I
do
actually,
you really? I don't like the little
The cereal part of the Lucky Charms?
No, what do they call those things? The cereal, but the marshmallows. I don't like
They're
that.
all
The best
marshmallows.
part. Tim loves the marshmallows.
Look, I actually agree with Brian. I would actually be fading all of this space. Part of the whole reason here was not only just was it a yield play, but there was actually consolidation. You were actually seeing some M&A. These are not cheap. Look, they got expensive when rates were at 1.5 on the 10-year, and they don't deserve to be trading where they are now with rates at 3.25.
Square, trade it or fade it, Dan?
Fade it. I know I told the producers trade it earlier, but I actually wasn't paying attention.
Change your mind
Sorry about
already.
that, Bree. Here's the deal, right? So this goes back to one of these great stories with big gains, had a reasonable result when they just guided, but investors did not like it. Down 10% the day after, down again today. I think you probably see this thing back in the mid-60s.
This is a services business. Obviously, it has no right to be in your portfolio if we're going to see that value versus growth. So definite headwinds, but this is a chance to get a name that's a quality name that's building its business that should be, I would trade it, that should be basically bought at a discount. You're getting a bargain basement price on Square, a huge company.
Can I start a new game? I know we don't have a lot of time.
Do it anyway.
What stock would you actually trade? Give me any stock you'd trade right now, because this seems like Dan's faded.
So can I tell you something? So I just want to be really clear. We didn't get to this in the A block. Every single sell-off of 10% that we have had since 2015, there's been a double bottom. There's been a retest of that prior low. I think we are going back.
Everything.
What was the low, Steve?
25.32.
25.32.
I
think we are going to have better opportunities to buy all your
I like
down
that.
out
I like
things,
that
your
call.
value things. I'm not saying we get get to 2532, but I think we get back to 2600 before the year is out.
Sure.
And then I think we're in a range. I think we are in a very wide range between 2930 and 2530.
We could see that low, 2532 or 2600, and see the bounce still. We could see both.
Nice
When we
game,
find a
Tim.
stock that Dan will trade, it'll be
That's-
like Mikey and the Life cereal commercial.
Well, it's not going to be Lucky
Like you like.
Charms.
It's not going to be.
Not for
There's
Brian.
no
What
Lucky
is MAGA
Charms.
hat?
No
There's a
luck.
bunch of